Good morning, dear students. Today we have to discuss the unit number 2, the water and its treatment. We have to revise the unit number 2, water and its treatment. So already we have discussed in the classroom. Today we have to discuss some of the topics of this chapter. First, hardness of water. So, hardness of water means what? The hardness is the property by virtue of which it fails to form lather. Which it fails to form lather. So, this is the property of hard water. That is the hardness. Hardness means the property of water by virtue of which it fails to form lather. Why? Why? What is the reason? Because due to the dissolve of some salts in the hot water, what are that salts? Carbonates, chlorides, sulfates of magnesium and calcium. Mean calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium nitrate, calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, nitrates. So all these are dissolved in water. So mean that the water water are two types, soft water and hard water. Hard water mean dissolving of this type of salts. So how to remove these salts from the water? So when the soap mean it's a salt of sodium salt of acids, that is the oleic acid, formic acid, stearic acid. When react with this hard water, like calcium chloride or magnesium chloride or anything, so to form the insoluble salt, that is the calcium stearate and sodium bicarbonate salts, the scum, the insoluble material is what? Insoluble material, insoluble salt is the scum. So this is the hardness. This is the two types. Mainly the hardness of water are two types. That is temporary hardness of water and permanent hardness of water. What are that? Temporary hardness of water and permanent hardness of water. Temporary hardness of water means the salts like calcium, magnesium, carbonates, bicarbonates. Mostly the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium or other heavy metals dissolved in water. When it is boiled to remove the calcium carbonate or magnesium hydroxide from bicarbonates. So mostly destroyed by boiling of water. So when the water containing the bicarbonates mean calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. So when give the temperature, that carbon dioxide is removed and remaining is what? If you remove the carbon dioxide and calcium carbonate salt is present and water also present. So mean temporary hardness mean that the bicarbonates of calcium, magnesium salts present in the water is called the temporary hardness of water, which we remove simply by heating of this water. This is the temporary hardness of water. And the second one is the permanent hardness of water. And also we can say that non-carbonate hardness. You can say this permanent hardness or non-carbonate. Non-carbonates mean carbonates are not present in this water. What are the presence here? The presence of chlorides, sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, calcium sulfate are dissolved in the water is called permanent organism. When it is treated with the soap, the calcium stearate insoluble scums will form. This is the permanent hardness of water. So the permanent hardness water, how can you remove this one? By using of internal methods or external methods. Remove permanent hardness or non-carbonate hardness. We can remove by external and internal methods. So how can you measure this hardness and hard water or soft water? The hardness as a calcium carbonate, for example, calcium carbonate we have taken soft 0 to 17 ppm and moderate 60 to 120 and hard water 120 to 180, very hard 180 to above. So what are the units? So here most commonly used units are ppm. We can say ppm, parts per million. So we have to measure with 1 part of calcium carbonate equivalence hardness causing substances present in 10 power 6 parts of water, like that milligram per liter, mg per liter. And Clair's degree, 1 degree Clark equal to 1 part of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness in 70,000 parts of water. And degrees French. So these are the 4 units of hardness of water. And now how can you remove the salts? Mean calcium carbonate, calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, mean the hard water. If you remove the salts from the hard water, it becomes soft. If you remove the calcium chloride is present in the water, you are remove the chlorides, then it becomes soft. So it means softening of hard water. Softening of hard water. The softening of hard water, there are 2 methods are there. The first method is the internal treatment and second method is the external treatment. And the internal methods, again, we have classified into 4-5 types. They are the internal method, meaning internally we have to use. So that is phosphate conditioning, carbonate conditioning, Calgon conditioning, colloidal conditioning, sodium aluminate. These are the 5 types of internal treatment of softening of hard water. Hard water. The softening of hard water by using internal method. These are the 5 methods or 5 conditionings: phosphate conditioning, carbonate conditioning, Calgon conditioning, colloidal conditioning, and sodium aluminate. So one by one we have to see. Phosphate conditioning. So what is meant by phosphate condition? Phosphate mean when the hard water mean the presence of water containing the calcium chloride. Water containing the calcium chloride when treated with the phosphates, sodium phosphate, Na3PO4, this is sodium phosphate, to remove the chlorides as a salt. The salt can dissolve easily in water. The remove of chlorides by using of sodium phosphate. So the salts can easily dissolved in water, and it is one of the condition method, that is the phosphate condition. And calcium phosphate is a non-adherent and can be removed by blow down method. In a boilers we have to blow down because it is not a adherent. But the calcium cannot be precipitated below 9.5 pH. Hence, the selection of phosphate has to be based on the pH of water. First of all, you have to check the pH water, whether it is acidic water or a basic water or a neutral water or a weak. First of all, you have to check the pH. So, depend upon the pH, we have to use. If the acidic condition, acidic nature, you have to use the sodium dihydrogen phosphate. So weak alkaline nature, the disodium hydrogen phosphate. The alkaline nature, we have to use the trisodium phosphate. Trisodium, disodium hydrogen phosphate, monosodium hydrogen, mean dihydrogen sodium phosphate. Sodium dihydrogen phosphate, you can say. So these are the three types of phosphates can treat with depend upon the pH of the water. First of all, before going to do this conditioning method, check the pH. And number 2, that is a carbonate condition. Just simple thing, that is a sodium carbonate, like our washing soda. Washing soda is a sodium carbonate. We have to use the calcium sulfate, the calcium sulfate solution or hard water when treated with the carbonates. So removal of sulfate, sodium sulfate, it is easily soluble in water. And calcium carbonate, it is also non-adherent, loose sludge, can be removed by blow down the boiler. But if you use the more sodium carbonate, it becomes the castic embrittlement. Castic embrittlement break down the iron pores. So it's we have to use a minimum quantity of sodium carbonate, but don't use the more sodium carbonate water. And third one is the Calgon condition. Calgon means calcium gone. Calcium gone mean removal of calcium from the hot water. Removal. So Calgon is the sodium hexametaphosphate. What is that? Sodium Na2, Na4, PO3 taken 6 times. Sodium hexametaphosphate is called the Calgon. So when this Calgon used to water, the Calgon separated to sodium plus and Na4, P6OIT. The sodium cation reacted with the sulfate to remove the sodium sulfate, means sulfate was removed and it is dissolved in water. And the calcium reacted with the Na4P6OIT to form the calcium. It is a calcium P6O8 mean soluble complex ion of calcium. It can be easily removed. It is soluble. So this is the best use in that machines, washing machines. We can use the Colgan tablets are used in the cleaning of washing machines, drums. So the Colgan tablets are available in the market. And colloidal conditioning, the spreading of organic compounds like tannin, agar, kerosene. These are, if you are using this one, so these are adsorbed on scale forming substances and non-sticky loose deposits we can easily remove by blow down the boiler. Blow down means now to blow down. This is the boiler, but to blow down. So none, if using the tannin or agar gel or kerosene, that hard water containing salts are non-sticky nature. They are not sticky with the layer of the metal compound or inside the walls of the boiler. So they are loose formation, loose deposits are there. Then we have to easily blow down and remove this one. Sodium aluminate. These are the alums. Alums we can say. These alums, when react with the water to form the base, two types of base. One is a strong base. Both are all strong. Sodium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide. The alums when treated with water to form the both strong bases. And the strong base, the sodium hydroxide, react with the hard water like magnesium chloride, calcium chloride to form the sodium chloride salt. It is soluble in water. So by using of alums, sodium alum, these are the coagulants, we can say coagulants. So by softening of hard water, we have to use all these methods: phosphates, alums, colloidal methods, and Kalga. So these are the very important for the softening of hard water. Okay, thank you very much. So next class we have to see the external method. Okay, thank you.